So it's of no use if I'm waiting. So let's just start the class. Do let me know when you see my screen. You can see my screen?
Yes, ma'am, we can see. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So up to where we were there, we were in the, we saw the characteristics of the marketing. And then now we are here, 7 P's of service marketing. Okay. So what was the 4 P's? Can you all remember? Tell me.
And product,
Yeah.
price, promotion, and placement.
Yeah, so that the first four is the is for product, right? And for service there are 3 P's added extra, which is people, process, and physical evidence. All right, so we'll be seeing one by one each. So in product, basically we are currently seeing services as a product. Okay, so in case of services, the product is intangible and heterogeneous and perishable, right? So we studied in previous class, we have seen that services are perishable. So that is one of the characteristics of services, that it lasts for a particular period. Once it is delivered, it vanishes, right? And its production and consumptions are inseparable. Yes, production and consumptions are inseparable, that is together, it happens at a time. And hence there is a scope for customizing the offering as per customer requirement. Yesterday, no, day before yesterday, not day before yesterday, I guess on Friday, right? So we talked that we have to be different according to the person, right? So as I said, that a person who is very rude, for them you have to customize your service in a different way, right? You have to understand the person's perception, and then you have to customize the services. So uh, there is a scope that you can customize the service and provide it. But for products, it is not the same. Like for example, your phone, if you have Apple iPhone, so that one would be having the same features, like the models might differ, it would be having the same features, you cannot really customize it. Customizing in the sense, you can do a little more, a little bit stuff, like either you can change the back cover of it, or the screen guard you can put newly. Other than that, internal features remains the same, right? So but in services, you are the sole person who can customize it according to your purpose. All right. So too much of customization would compromise the standard delivery of the service and adversely affect its quality. Yes, sure. So I mean, did you understand this sentence, what it means? That if you are going to do too much of customization, it might compromise the quality of the service. So can you people give one example where the customization is too much, and then that is causing the trouble, or it is reducing the quality of the service? Can you people tell me an example? You people understood this sentence or not? One of you can just tell me. You people understood it? Understood this sentence, or should I repeat it again? Give me one answer from you people. I need one answer. Naeem, did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Partially.
ma'am. Not properly. Not properly. Okay.
Ma'am, one example would
Okay.
be.
One example would clear your doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, for example, Okay, for example, a nurse, okay, a nurse is about to give a medication where, like, before giving painkiller, she has to give maybe a antacid, and then that person has to take the painkiller. Okay, so now the patient is telling that I don't really need an antacid, just give me a painkiller because I don't used to have any trouble, I don't used to have nausea, or I don't used to have vomiting sensation. Okay, so now it is, we follow it every time, we give antacid and then give the painkillers. So right now, just because the patient said that I don't really need antacid, you can just give me directly a painkiller. So she customized it. She, as a nurse, she customized it and she has given directly the painkiller. She did not give the antacid just because the patient said, just because the patient requested so. So ultimately, this customization has decrease the quality of service, because it may not be necessary that person will be having nausea, but it is necessary that we should give antacid. Do you agree with me? What's her name, Dipanjali? Do you agree with me on this? Dipanjali, you're there? I guess she's not there, or she's not able to hear me. Naeem, did you understand what I said?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Got it. So by
Yes.
listening to your customer, if you are customizing your services a lot, then it might harm the quality. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So that is the thing. Okay. Next is that hence particular care has to be taken in designing the services offering. So the thing is that we cannot break the standard. Whatever there is, if there is a standard protocol, we have to follow the standard protocol. We just because we want to customize the service, we cannot just break the standard protocol. All right? Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I hope not everyone is active. I don't know why. I would ask each and everyone if they are present or not. So Dipanjali, are you there? Your mic is on. I don't know. What about Lucky?
I'm there, ma'am.
Yeah, Shravani.
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
Okay, okay. I don't know. Maybe Dipanjali is not able to hear my voice. All right.
Ma'am, maybe her network is not good.
What about other students? Are they going to come, or they have some problem? I'll drop a text. Uh, All right. So we'll be moving forward. If they are not attending the class, that's all right. Ask them to see these slides. You people already have it, right, with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So in the pricing, so we have seen product. So in that we have seen what is the, I mean, like, I'm summarizing it. Basically, service is intangible, it is perishable, and you can customize it, but not to the extent it is harming the quality. And also, we cannot what is that, we cannot break the standard protocol in terms of customizing a particular service. All right, so next is pricing. So we'll be seeing pricing over here. In pricing of services is tougher than pricing of the goods. Why it is tougher than the pricing of the goods? Why do you think the pricing of the services are tougher than the pricing of good? For example, if it is a phone, right? So whatever parts are there, however, with however cost you purchase those parts, you can accumulate it and okay, and you can accumulate it, and then what is that, make the exact, you can just add all those prices and at last you can conclude that okay, this is the perfect price for this particular item, and you can price it accordingly. But in service it is not like that, because you don't see the features, right? So in services you have to actually see each and every steps of a person who is providing a service, and then calculate the prices. All right. So while a letter can be priced easily by taking into account a raw material cost, just like I said, for mobile also we can just take into consideration of the raw materials needed for making it. uh, and in case of service attendant cost, such as labor, overhead cost, and also need to be factored in. So that's what for the service cost, we have to see each and every steps of the person, and overhead cost also we have to see, and then at last we can accumulate one cost. So a restaurant not only has a charge for the cost of the food served, but also has to calculate a price for the ambience provided. And they also have a service no, they also have a service cost for the waiter who is given the food, and the way he have behaved, right? And how much attentive he was during this during the serving period. And all those matter, all those matter has to be taken into consideration while pricing a service. Okay. A final price for the service is then arrived at by including a markup for adequate profit margin. Yeah, so you also have to add a particular profit margin on it, and then one price would be there for a service. Okay. So for example, if you are going to a hospital, you'd be seeing there will be bed charge, there will be nursing professional charge, there will be doctor's charge, there will be housekeeping charge, right? So all these are services. So those services are those services are actually priced according to the overhead cost, and how the labor has actually worked, or how the employee has actually worked. On that account they used to price. All right. All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Yeah, got it.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, now I am audible.
Yeah, you're audible. Okay.
My network was very poor, ma'am. I can't
Yeah,
answer you. Sorry.
that's all right. That's all right. Not a problem. So place. So now we finished pricing. And so did we understand from pricing? You people tell me. I have, for me, I have understood it very well. What about you people? What how we have to do the pricing for us for the service? Just a
Ma'am,
normal overview.
ma'am, we have to consider the skills of the
Yeah, yeah.
service providers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have to see the steps, how much steps they have taken to provide a particular service. We have to see the overhead cost, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and then and what kind of, I mean, what kind of extra stuffs they have done to provide the services, and those costs also we have to add. All right. So
Right,
over
ma'am.
here in the pricing section, for example, if you are giving for a particular procedure, if you are doing some tracheostomy procedure, okay, for tracheostomy procedure, you're pricing something. So that procedure itself priced in a different way. So in this tracheostomy procedure, there will be products like you'll be having ET tube, you'll be having different instruments, you will be having gauze pieces, you will be having different products. Okay, all those will be all those also will be there, and also the personnel needed for it. Nurse is needed, doctor is needed, the housekeeping is also needed. So how many people are needed for that? All those things has to be in consideration, and then we can particularly provide a service and which can be called as a procedure, like a tracheostomy procedure or any other procedure. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So so for place, service delivery is co-current with its production and cannot be stored or transported. The location of the service product assumes importance. Yeah. So it cannot be transferred somewhere. Like you have phones, you have what is that? Headphones and all, and then electronic items and all. That can be transferred from one place to another place. So for service, you'll have to provide that in a particular place, like doctors and nurses and housekeeping and pharmacists are going to give services in the hospital itself. Okay, maybe pharmacists are also going to give their services in the pharmacies, and then spa therapists can give the services in their spa therapy room, or the spa in the spa. And then parlor services can be given in a parlor, or sometimes it can come to your home as well. Yeah, but the services should be given in a particular place. Okay. And service providers have to give special thought to where the service would be provided. Yeah. So for example, service providers now, Urban Club has thought that, okay, I can be giving the services at home. I can send the people to go there at home and give services and then come back. But over there also you need a particular place, you need a room. You like you go to the person's house, keep your things, and then start your work, right? But that ultimately needs a place, and there should be a particular area to provide your services, because it lasts for a particular duration. Services last for a particular duration, so you need a place. But for example, if you're going to buy a phone, just go, you can get it just easily. You don't really need a lot of time. Or if you want to order it, it is just coming to your hand, and like it is just coming to your home, and then you can just take it from the delivery partner. So but services need a particular time. A fine dine restaurant is better located in a busy upscale market as against on the outskirts of the city. So this is like here they are telling that in uh, for the place, for place particularly, they are telling a dining restaurant where it should be in a busy area, right, where people would be coming, will be a lot. I mean, for example, in Guwahati cities, the number of restaurants are more than compared to other areas. But if we are talking about resorts where like people would be spending their quality time, or people would be just enjoying their holidays, then the resort should be away from the city. Okay. So that in that way we have to plan the areas. Oh, and also the hospital we talked about, like for building a hospital also, you have to consider the sites, right? So it needs a particular place to provide service. Got it? Got this one? Everyone got it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, so promotion, we talked about this earlier. The aim of promotion is to increase awareness, create interest, generate sales, or create brand loyalty. So for example, what is this? Like in advertising, what do you do? This is defined as a paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of services by identified individual or organization. Just tell me any advertisement. Any advertisement. So for COVID awareness, who is giving advertisement? Nowadays, somebody is giving awareness messages on COVID. Amitabh Bachchan, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
to, yeah, so you have to find a person, identified individual, or a particular organization. Okay, so like WHO. So I'm giving healthcare examples, okay, because you people are from healthcare, so I'm giving you healthcare examples. Like organizations like WHO was giving advertisement regarding hand hygiene steps and all, right? So these can be done by a particular organization or a particular individual who is being hired by the organization. Okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Why you people are so low in the morning? Who is there? Who is there in the classes? Let me see. Shabani, what happened to you?
Yes.
You people are so low today. Dipanjali, did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
What about Korobi?
Yes, ma'am.
Acha, and then Amina. Amina is not there. She was there earlier. Okay. Naeem, you got it?
Yes, ma'am, I got it.
Okay. Now, Naeem is the only one who is always responding to me. I like it very much. Other people, and Vipanjali also she does, but other people are so low. I don't know. In the morning, you do not have tea or what? You people had tea or not in the morning?
Yes, ma'am, we had.
You had, but your voices are very
Yes.
low. My God. You know, our teachers used to ask everyone to switch on the what is that? If there that time, like COVID was not there, but still sometimes there used to be classes for us. But we really had to sit in a place with wearing all the dresses, and then we have to switch on our videos and then sit and talk to them. It used to be like as if we are talking to each other, and then like you can also have food or you can also have chai while talking to sirs, and also there is no problem. The problem is that you people are not interacting much. You should interact with your professors, then only your life will be much easier. Otherwise it is very complicated, you know what if I ask everyone to switch on your videos or switch on your mics? Now everyone has switched on off their mics, right? All right. So you people are not interested today in the morning. So all right, I can understand. Sometimes you don't feel like doing class. It's Monday already. So that's all right. So for personal selling, this is defined as the personal presentation of services in a conversation with one or more prospective purchaser for the purpose of making sales. You do understand this sentence? What does it say? You can also do personal selling, like the sales reps used to do. Sales representative of particular pharmaceutical company, they used to go to doctors, and they used to approach doctors, and they used to sell their particular stuffs, right? So that is a kind of example for personal selling. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So are you finding my teaching boring? You can tell me, I can improve. Give me a comment on it.
No, ma'am, it's fine, ma'am.
No, ma'am, we had no
It's
problem.
fine.
It's fine. Yes,
It's
ma'am, it's fine.
okay. It's just
Actually,
fine.
all these topics were like already covered
Mm-hmm.
twice,
Mm-hmm.
sir.
Yeah, I got it. I don't wanted to even take this subjects, but then this is not my subject. But then I mean, like for your revision purpose, I'm just making you just go over through it. You can just have a look on it and then understand it more like in better way. So if you also have a doubt, you can also just ask whatever doubt you have. So after this, I'm gonna ask you doubts what you, or maybe I have a what is that particular exercise plan. So we'll be doing that. We'll be doing together. All right?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So publicity, defined as the non-personal creation of demand for a service by obtaining commercially significant news about it or it in any medium. Okay. So publicity can be through through your television, through your social media. It can be done in any form. All right. And then sales promotion, marketing activities other than advertising, personal selling, or publicity that stimulates customers purchasing and enhancing the dealer effectiveness. So over here they are talking about competitions and coupons. Some people used to give discounts, right? For, I mean, like for particular area. Now in Forever 21, I don't know, I saw that 30% off is there. So basically they are telling that we are giving 30% off in our clothes, so you can come and buy from us. So that discounts and coupons, like if you are buying from us, then we are going to give you Swiggy coupon for this much rupees. So these kind of things are also being done by companies. Okay, those are sales promotions. Those are called as sales promotions. Service providers offer identical services such as airline or banks and insurance companies, and invest heavily in advertising their services. So this can be like, earlier it was there. Earlier this airlines and banks and insurance. Now insurance companies doing more compared to banks and airlines. Airlines and banks are doing less advertising compared to insurance companies, especially the healthcare insurance. All right. So I'm just telling the normal scenario which is there right now, because airlines are being what to say, if like normal people also nowadays they are taking the services. Even the people who are just middle class, and then more than below poverty line. Okay, so those people are also opting for airlines and bank services. So it's not, there is no need, where there is much popularity, there is no need of much marketing activity. Yes, of course, for insurance, healthcare insurances, they are doing a lot of advertisement. Can you people tell me some healthcare insurance company names? That is very much needed, like for even for your placements, you can apply for the companies. You can just go for like you can go for a post which is called as underwriting or claim management. For claim management also you can apply. So can you give me some names of insurance companies that you heard?
ICICI Lombard.
Yeah, yeah.
This one.
One is very popular. Religare Healthcare, did you heard? That is very popular. They are being in the market for a very long time. And Reliance is also providing you healthcare insurances. What else? How many, I mean, like, what else do you know? No one else knows about insurance companies. I'll just see the names and ask. Mm,
Bajaj Alliance.
hmm? Sorry?
Bajaj Alliance.
Yeah, yeah. Bajaj Alliance is there. Yeah, all right. So remember all these big market players, I mean, like insurance companies who are there in market and doing really well. You can just apply for your job also, because they used to take MBA graduates from healthcare for their claim management and for underwriters. All right. And people. So people are very much important in this case. So I mean, like how without employees or without manpower, you cannot just open anything. You cannot provide any services, I would say, until and unless there all the things are robot. I mean, like all the things have robots. So now, still nowadays, we are not totally depending upon AI. We need people. So people are important factor in service delivery process, since the service and the person providing it comes together, right? So whatever I have said makes sense. That as for generating a service also there is a need of person, and for delivery also there is a need of a person. So thus a restaurant is known as much for its food as well as for the service provided by the staff. Yeah. So you'd go to, like, how many people use Zomato? How many people do you use Zomato? Tell me. Unmute your mics and tell me. How many people do you use Zomato? All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there is an option, right, where we can give feedbacks, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the feedback sections, did you see many at times they talk about staffs when the food services they have been given, right? So many a times what happens, like you don't really go there in the restaurant. Maybe the food is pathetic, but still you go to the place just because of ambience and for the service which is being provided by the restaurant. Did it happen to you people anytime? That you really didn't like the food, but then ambience is really good and the people over there is really good. Did it happen to you people?
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes.
Yeah. So it happens, like I mostly prefer ambience more than food, because I'm not a very much foodie person. So I consider the ambience and the people. So the next thing is the same is true of banks and other services sectors, right? Like you can see there is a much difference in ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank or SBI Bank. Do you see the difference? What I'm like, why did I take those names? If you go to a SBI Bank, you stand for hours, and then at last you would hear from people saying that your work will not happen today, tomorrow you come back again, right? Because in SBI the staffs are really rude. I have seen, like I have counted out many SBI banks. The services are not really good just because they are government bank. And compared to SBI, ICICI, and then you talk about SDFC Bank or Oriental Bank of Commerce. All these banks are something which provides you good services and also gives you alternative, that if you suffer from a problem, your problems get solved within 1 or 2 days, right? So there is a difference even in the banks. Okay. So hence customer service training for staff has become a top priority for many organizations today. Yeah. So that is the reason people, I mean, like even if you go to an organization as a manager, you would be given an induction on how you will have to behave with your customers, with your patients. All right. So all the hospitals, all the restaurants, all the hotels or resorts, or talk whatever organizations, they are training their staffs to be empathetic, to be generous, and to be attentive to their customers. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the process, what do you see? The process of service delivery is crucial, since it ensures that the same standard of service is repeatedly delivered to the customer. Okay. What did you understand by this? The process of service delivery is crucial since it ensures that the same standard of, yeah. So we talked about standard before. So in standard, like the standard remains the same. Hmm, now I need help of Dipanjali. So how do you actually give medication? How do you, there are steps, right? How do you give medication?
Yes. Ma'am, first of all, we try to know the symptoms of the patient.
Yeah.
Then after knowing the symptoms, we try to diagnose the disease,
Yeah.
and sometimes we need to do the differential diagnosis, because some of the disease are quite same, but at some point of view we differentiate it, and after that we try to give the medication
So I'm not asking that
according to the
process. I'm
symptoms.
not asking that process. I'm just asking how you administer a
Yes.
medication. It's about administering only. It's only about administration. How do you administer? What are the steps?
Means it will be oral or it will be IV, IM.
Anything, any medication. Like I'm just giving you example. Just tell me I'm right or not. Okay. So
Yes,
basically, or a doctor or a nurse, that person firstly goes and greets the patient, okay? And then, like, I am
yes,
talking
ma'am.
about the medication which is already there in the drug chart, okay? So daily medications. So now
Okay,
the
ma'am.
nurse goes to the patient,
Okay, ma'am.
greets the patients, and then, like, she informs the patient that now it is a time for you to take a dolo, and she